Part two in increasing sales for your business for this next decade is communication. Point two is communication. Now, communication has a lot to do with not just talking or giving feedback for information, but listening. Listening is a very important tool when it comes to increasing sales for your business. Your customers are going to have ideas. You've got to learn to listen. And when you listen to your customers, sometimes they'll enhance something in your product or help you to cook something better, help you to add something on the shelf that you don't have currently. Your customers are there to increase sales, so they want something that you don't have. So when they're giving you suggestions, it's for a reason. They're expecting some changes to come about. Why? So they can purchase some things from you. So they can really purchase some things from you to help you increase those sales. You've got to learn to listen to your customer when they want to hand you some business that you don't currently have on the shelf, but they're willing to buy. Next, nothing personal goes home, nor in the break room, nor in the parking lot, nor during lunch. Now, what does this mean? During communication, nothing personal goes home with you. In other words, at the workplace, don't take business suggestions, criticisms home with you. Not home, don't take it to the break room, don't take it into the parking lot, and don't take it to lunch. Unfortunately, humans have a trouble coping. They have a bad issue with coping with life. So what happens? They take it to the break room, they take it to the parking lot, talking about the phone call they had, someone just got on their nerves, and they take it personal. You take the business personal. Don't take these things personal. As soon as you walk out that door, it ends. Whatever happened at the business stays at the business. There's no need to take it home. There's no need to take it to the break room. That's not really a break room if you're going to sit there and listen to people talk about work. And I hear it all the time. You can't even go to the break room without people talking about work. Therefore, it's not a break. Even though you're around fellow co-workers, it's not really a break if they're sitting around talking about work. And if they're holding conversations that are so loud and overpowering that their conversation is louder than your own, and then that's not a break room. You're not really taking a break. A break is to relax. And if you can't relax from your customers or relax from your co-workers, then you're in the wrong break room. You can't even go to the bathroom these days. Somebody's in there. If they ain't farting or making a smell, you can't even relax there. So you have to find a place where you can make yourself at home and not take anything personal. Don't take it to the parking lot. Don't take it to the car. Don't take your anger home with you on the freeway. Communication is avoiding taking business personal, especially when it gets on your nerves. Number three, don't let stress control your emotions. Sometimes you can let stress control your emotions. Don't let stress control your emotions. It makes you say things and do things that you didn't mean when you cool off. And a lot of times, under those stress and under those emotions, you can get in a lot of trouble. You may even lose your job or a customer getting stressed out and using your emotions to express it. Something might come out of your mouth that you shouldn't say. And sometimes you gotta have a sense of humor at work. A lot of times you gotta have a sense of humor. And sometimes folks don't understand your sense of humor when you have a humor. So that's why having a diversity at a workplace, everybody get to learn each other. Because not everybody's the same. You have to learn, folks. Not everybody jokes like you. So you have to learn everyone else's tickle ball. Point number 4. What others think of your sound critics. What others think of are your sound critics. What others think about you are your sound critics. This helps you to improve. And your critics are the ones that help you improve. Their sound judgment helps you be better. Making you better makes your pay increase. Being the best. Because sometimes they're going to critique you until you're never perfect in their eyes. Don't even try. Don't even take it personally. You move on, but you grow out of this and become the number one best. There's none like you. Understand, there's none like you. You hearing this, your other coworkers ain't. You don't have to pass it along. This is for you. You can be singled out as the best of the best. Number 5, ask. When it comes to communication, if you don't understand something, ask. A lot of times, if you try to do things on your own, you're not going to understand if you don't ask. And when you do ask, make sure you ask the right people. Folks that are going to answer you. If they're not going to answer you, go to the next person. Someone has got to answer you when you ask. And make sure you have some solutions. Don't always bring problems. Bring some solution to your problems. That will really help communication and sales increases. Number 6, change roles. What would you think if you were listening to you with your emotion and your stress talking? How would you respond if you're a supervisor listening to you talk and express yourself? Communication is important. Number 7, avoid gossip. This is the most important one. Avoid gossip. What kind of gossip? The backstopping. The backstopping stops here. What's the backstopping? Backstopping is if a coworker tells you, hey, my pet fish died last night. It's between you and that coworker. Why are you going to go tell 20 other coworkers so-and-so's fish died? You see, you're not a genuine coworker. A coworker should be able to tell another coworker, hey, my fish died. It stops right there. It doesn't have to go any further unless it's life-threatening, it's medical threatening, it's a physical threat, it's a verbal threat, it's anything that is threatening. You need to pass it along to someone in upper management. But when someone tells you, hey, I have a big knot on the back of my head, that's between you and that coworker. Nobody else in the building needs to know about all that information. We got a bad problem with this, especially when it comes to communication. People just talk too much and talk about the wrong stuff. This ain't going to increase any sales. This is not going to increase sales. Customer and employee morale is very important. Learn to talk positive and say good things. Personal information is no one else's business. That's why personnel keeps things personal. Unless so-and-so's having a baby, we can celebrate together. It's up to that employee to tell everybody, hey, I'm having a baby. Hey, everybody can celebrate and join in. But avoid gossip. People just talk too much, and you know that. It's in their nature. Now these days, it says it's a medical issue. Some people are just mentally unable to stop talking about their personal business and others. Some folks can talk about others, but don't talk about themselves. Some folks can talk about themselves and others. So you're gonna have a mixture in your workplace. But you got to learn to keep gossip stops right here. When I tell you something, my pet fish died, it stops right there. But if that person takes it to other people, that don't talk to that person no more about nothing else, and you don't want it all over the place. Number 8, avoid assumptions. Don't assume anything. Ask or wait. Don't gossip. Don't assume in communication. Always ask or wait. Your source of the information comes from the horse's mouth, not from the rear end. Don't listen to dung. Listen to the horse's mouth. Ask that person, I heard someone say that you're having a baby. Let that person confirm, yes, my wife's pregnant. She is having a baby. Who told you this? And then the conversation goes on. It really doesn't matter. I just wanted to celebrate with you. Avoid gossip. People just talk too much because it's their nature. It's been passed down to heredity. They're bored with their life, and they're trying to find somebody else to unbore them. But don't give people information if you don't want them spreading it all around. Communication.